I'm Lesley Logan, founder of OnlinePilatesClasses.com, and today is our weekly live answering your questions. And today's question is mat versus machines. Which one should I be doing? And I'm really excited to dive into this topic with you. I also am excited to share that we have some upcoming videos that are really in depth with different pieces of Pilates equipment. And you're going to want to make sure you're subscribed to this channel and turn on those notifications so you don't miss those, because they're way more in depth than I can go into in a live with you today. So here is the thing about this question: mat versus the machines. Aside from it that it sounds like an action thriller, it is unfortunately an issue with the marketing of Pilates that's out there that would make you think that there's the mat or there's the machines. And first of all, we actually like to think of it as equipment. And I actually consider the mat to be a piece of equipment. Now, I know not everyone can have access to a mat like mine, where I have handles and a strap, but even if you're on a mat that's 4 millimeters to about 8 millimeters, 10 millimeters max, you want to make sure it's nice and dense. So it's like this. It's something I could roll on, but I'm not going to sink into, which allows me to really work with my whole body. Even if you're on a piece of mat like that, you should still think of it as a piece of equipment. It's a tool. It's providing feedback for you. Similar to if you take my wall Pilates class. Wall Pilates out there in the regular world is a lot of low impact exercises. Very rarely is it actual Pilates exercises. But if you take my wall Pilates class, actually take actual Pilates mat exercises and put them on the wall, provide feedback in a different plane. So your mat provides feedback for you. The equipment, if you've watched the video we have on all the different types of Pilates equipment that's out there, the equipment actually is designed to help you depending on what your body needs. So it's not mat versus the machines, it's the mat and which piece of equipment is going to help you connect to yourself more, right? So if I have something going on with my back or my neck, I might actually do some work on the tower because I can use some springs to help me connect my limbs to my center while keeping my neck nice and long. I can omit some of the flexion exercises and really start to tap into that. And then I can move myself to the reformer and then onto the mat, right? Or maybe I'm someone who's actually quite strong. I'm free of injuries. I can use the Wunda chair and parts of the Cadillac and reformer to challenge my connections so I can even have a deeper, more difficult workout when I'm here on my mat, right? So forgive that noise. A ghost just opened up our door. I wish you could have seen it. It was quite, I was like, there's nothing opening that. It opened on itself. Anyways, so if you can actually think of it like that, you're going to make a better decision for yourself on what your goals are and what your body needs. That's a piece of equipment you should do. So it's never mat versus the equipment. It is the mat and the equipment you need. All right. So if you make sure you subscribe to this channel, we have a video coming up in about a month or so where we talk about the mat and the reformer specifically. And I want to just give you some education around how this all came to be real quick, so to wait for that video. Joseph Pilates created the mat work first. And then because we struggled with things, he created pieces of equipment. And each piece of equipment really does serve a different purpose. So you want to make sure that you are finding a teacher who can best attest to which piece of equipment you need at that moment and really make sure that they're picking exercises for your body and what those goals are. At OnlinePilatesClasses.com, how we do this, because obviously on demand, it's a little hard. I don't get to see you. Here's how we do this. When you're an OPC member, you can actually send a video of yourself performing a mat exercise, and we can actually see where you're most connected and where you might have some challenges. And then we can provide feedback for you and also give you some homework around that. We also use exercises as the theme. So on the mat, and if you have access to the reformer, on the reformer, we use exercises to really help you connect how these exercises work all together as one, allowing you to be really autonomous and start to choose which exercise you should be doing in the moment based on how you're feeling and what your body needs. And then once a month, we drop 4 longer classes on the mat, reformer, Wunda chair, and tower. And so you can get the ones you have access to. And they're all based on a theme together, again, allowing you to really connect all the dots for your body. Because the thing about autonomy is, when you actually have some time to yourself to really figure these things out in your body, it actually does allow you to have more progress much faster. And so that's how we do it at OPC. And if you want to try that out, go to onlinepilatesclasses.com/YouTube. Even if all you have access to is a mat, you'll really find that that mat membership allows you to understand your body and what it needs. And then if you can ever have access to equipment, you'll be able to see how those all work together. But My goal is to always get you onto the mat doing the best you can, even if it's 5 minutes. Thank you so much for this question. By the way, I'll be live this Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific time on this channel with Andrea Maida. She and I did the Struggle is Real series. We did the Pila Tequila talks, and we're answering your questions Tuesday at 5 p.m. And it's called Boozy Booches. So bring your own happy hour drink and join us where we'll answer your questions all about Pilates. We'll dig in and nerd out. Have an amazing day.